WASH Alliance Kenya is a consortium of up to 10 NGOs in Kenya. It was born out of the realization that the WASH sector, basically in the world, needs a synergy and complementarity and sort of a coordination framework so that it can now implement activities. WASH Alliance Kenya, right now we are under the consortium of WASH Alliance International. WASH stands for Water, Sanitation and Hygiene, so basically enabling communities to access water, having improved sanitation in communities and improved hygienic conditions.
The words water, sanitation, hygiene, education triggered me very much when I came here. And I think, well, people around the world tend to take water and sanitation for granted if they are not confronted with limited access or poor sanitation and consequently health risks.
We realize that communities don't have access to water, they don't have access to sanitation, and they didn't have safe hygienic conditions. So it was us enabling these communities to access these safe and readily accessible WASH services. We can confidently say that we've enabled up to 50,000 people access safe water. And this is basically a new shift since we are no longer looking at accessing water through groundwater, which we know that right now is depleting and it's very expensive. What we are doing is enabling communities access safe water through rainwater harvesting. It's basically just building rock catchments, building sand dams, and roof catchments in schools, in institutions. Also in sanitation, we've reached up to right now 60,000 people with sanitation messages and safe sanitation and hygiene messages. Another thing that we do is basically hygiene in schools. So this is basically constructing latrines in schools and building capacities of children, because they are change agents. They can always, once you influence a child, they can, one, improve their own hygienic conditions, and then secondly, they can take these messages to home. We have a component on WASH financing. This is basically accessing, enabling communities access financing to implement water access and sanitation access and hygiene. We also have advocacy. We have NGOs that deal with advocacy issues. That's basically just policy formulation, policy review, advocating for rights. So these NGOs help us advocate for this and capacity building of these communities to know that it's their right they have a right to access water, safe drinking water, and they have a right also to access sanitation services from the government.
It is really very good if we embrace it from top to down, because now you can see you're having a small area to look after. Every county, they are looking after their own areas. And because the resources are very few, we work with the people that are there. I have seen people who form the alliance. We have been working with many of them to improve the status of the health of our people in the counties and even sanitation. So I want to say that we there at the county will support this, because it is the way we can improve the livelihood of our people. With the WASH Alliance, really we have really benefited, and we appreciate, and I just want to promise that we move together. The little resources that we have, we'll put in together with yours, and we improve sanitation of our people and give them safe water to drink.
If you want to walk fast, you walk alone. If you really want to walk fast, you walk alone. It's so easy. But if you want to walk far, then you walk in a team, and that way you reach far. And I think that's exactly the spirit that has held us together for the last 4 or so years, and the spirit that is going to push us to the next level.
Everybody says that we have tested the alliance, we know it works very well, it's benefiting us, and we want to work again together, even after 2015.